Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Holiday Cup. This is in the Great League as the leagues have rotated. We're going to start off with the Charjabug face versus a Talonflame here. We're both staying in here as we're doing super effective to each other. We're going to be able to get to this discharge first. We can get a shield from our opponent. And it looks like our opponent is trying to farm us. No, they're trying to switch out. So great catch by my opponent right there. They were switching into a Fairthorn. So we are going to be able to get to a Vigoroth here, but we do waste all that energy on that Charjabug right there. We have to tank this Power Whip right here, and we're going to see if they're going to invest a shield on this next one. I'm going to go for this Body Slam right here. They decided to let it go. Great call by them. And unfortunately, we're not able to farm down, so we're going to allow a shield to be used here, and then we're going to have a move for the next Pokemon. Looks like they do win CAP right there, so this Talonflame does get this Flame Charge off. We're going to be able to get into a Lanturn here. This Lanturn is going to have to tank a Brave Bird. Okay, oh, that actually hurts more than I expected. Lanturn's taking a resisted Brave Bird. We're going to go for the Surf here, and it looks like we are going to have to end up losing this right here with a shield. So GG's to our opponent right there. We did not use our shield correctly right there, and we definitely should have used it in other spots, whether it was on our Charjabug or on that Lanturn right there. Next game here, we're going to be faced Charjabug versus the Lickitung. This Lickitung is very tanky, not quite level 50. It is 1447 CP. We're going to go for this discharge here. It does roughly 15% right there, so we're definitely going to need at least 2 more discharges if we do get to that. We're going to charge up to the next move. We're going to let the opponent use a move here. We're going to let it go. We're going to go for this discharge. This discharge will not KO, but it potentially could give our backline a farm down, and that's the idea now. We're going to go for this Vigoroth farm down. We do get the farm down, so Vigoroth with some energy pretty significant in this up. We do get met with our own Vigoroth right here, so we're going to throw this Body Slam right before they get to their own Body Slam. This Body Slam will not KO, but they're going to decide to shield, so interesting enough, they're going to early shield this situation. They only have Vigoroth and something in the back. Not exactly sure what they have in the back at this point. Let us know what do you think is in the back here. We're going to go for another Body Slam. This Body Slam does get shielded, so we're suspicious of them being relatively weak to this Vigoroth in the back. So we're going to shield here, and then we're going to use this Body Slam to take out this Vigoroth immediately. Maybe they're weak to the counter user. Oh, and it looks like our opponent is weak to a potential counter user, but luckily we do have a Lanturn in the back that has the electric move, so Dugong in the back here will be able to get to this Drill Run. Drill Run does not KO, as you can see right there, surviving. And we're going to be able to get to this Thunderbolt right here. Thunderbolt does a big amount of damage, roughly 60 to 70% right there. And regardless of what move is here, we're going to be able to farm down or counter down. So they know that that's the situation. That is GG's right there. So they actually were, I guess, double weak to Vigoroth in the back right there. So that was a great decision by us, letting our own Vigoroth gain a little bit of energy advantage and then taking 2 shields in the back. Next game, let's see what we find here. We're going to have the Charjabug versus the Dugong. Okay, Dugongs are popping up. We are going to be switched into the Vigoroth into the Charjabug. Not exactly the craziest counter, but we are going to stay in because we are resisting the fast moves here. Potentially they have Rock Throw, or Rock Slide, excuse me. We're going to shield this Rock Slide correctly, and we're now going to be able to throw another move. We're hoping that they shield here. They decide to shield, which is great, and then now we're going to be able to get to another move, even if they get to their own move. We're going to decide to let this go. We do barely survive it, and we're going to save that energy and switch into our Vigoroth, because that was a potential farm down. So we do have a move banked on our Charjabug, where we have this Body Slam from this Vigoroth coming through right here. We do get a shield. This Lanturn is running the Water Gun version. We're going to be able to get to this Body Slam right here to do some neutral damage towards this Lanturn. Already in the yellow. We're going to let this probably go. They end up only throwing a Surf, so that's good for us. Trying to get to another Body Slam. We do get to a Body Slam. They try to switch. This body slam does get caught onto the Dugong, so lots of Dugongs right now. And luckily for us, we do have a Lanturn in the bag. This Lanturn is going to come back in here. We're going to try to get to a Thunderbolt. We don't have the Thunderbolt quite yet, but we're going to have to tank a move. Probably going to be the Drill Run. This Drill Run, roughly 40-50% damage right there. But we're going to be able to get to this Thunderbolt here. Does this Thunderbolt KO from this range? It does, indeed. And we're going to be able to win this matchup because we do have a shield and we have a move already on our Charjabug. So GG's to our opponent right there. Well played by us. On to the next game. So we are running kind of an ABA team electric right now. Trying to scare away the flyers. And early indications are Vigoroth kind of a staple in this meta right now. So here's the Dugong again. This Dugong is going to have to consider tanking or shielding this discharge. They do go ahead and shield. And we're going to decide whether we want to shield this or not. We decide to let it go. It ends up being the Icy Wind. They go for the debuff. And they decide to switch out into the Lanturn. So this Lanturn, we have to see if it's running the Water Gun or Spark version. So it is running the Spark version. So we're going to go into our Vigoroth right here. As our own Lanturn is running the Water Gun. So we would lose that matchup. We're going to have to tank a Surf right here. And then we're going to try to get to another move at this point. Okay, we decide to overcharge a little bit. We decide to shield this one right here. So we're going to completely go to 100 energy. And we're going to throw this Body Slam. This Body Slam will not KO this Lanturn at this range. Oh, it does actually. My bad. So we do take out that Lanturn. And now we have a ton of energy on our Vigoroth. We're going to be able to get to this Body Slam right here. Body Slam does get a shield. And then we're going to be able to get to another Body Slam right here. Does good amount of chip damage. I don't think it'll KO at this range. And we're going to switch out immediately to force them to use some energy or allow us to get to a move. So we do get them to use some Icy Wind right here. And we're going to be going into a Lanturn, I believe, here. Because potentially if they do debuff us, we're going to be able to switch out of it. And unfortunately for them, they have a Jealous in the back. So I believe that was a triple water team right there that we just faced. Lanturn, Jellicent, and Dugong. So interesting. The triple water team is already dropping. Next game, we're going to have the Lanturn versus the Charjabug here. Let's see what fast move they're running the Spark version here. So we're going to overcharge a little bit, and we're going to throw this Discharge. The Discharge will not KO. They're going to be able to throw a move here pretty soon. And because it's running the Spark version, we're going to look for a potential farm down because, like I said, we are running Water Gun Lanturn. So we are in range of a farm down now. So this is exactly what we wanted. And now we're just going to let this one go. Oh, barely doesn't take us out. So unfortunately, we do a little bit more damage. But we do get the farm down with the Vigoroth. Like I said, a little bit of energy advantage. And we are faced with the Drifblim. So Drifblim here, kind of a tough situation. We are throwing resistive counters right here. They're going to be able to get to this Icy Wind. We're going to reset the debuff and go into our Lanturn. We're going to try not to get our move CAP tied. And then they're going to be able to throw this Shadow Ball right here. We're going to throw a Surf Bait here before they get to another move. Oh, we don't get the shield. They do allow her to go through. And now we're kind of in trouble because we are faced with the Vigoroth in the back here. So Vigoroth in the back here, they have 2 shields. I have 2 shields. We do have some energy advantage. We're going to throw this Body Slam right here to get this shield. And then we're going to be able to get to another Body Slam right here. Body Slam will definitely get a shield from our opponent. And they are officially at 2 Body Slams as well. So we're going to shield here. And at this point, we're going to look to try to counter down. So there here comes the double shield. And we're going to see if we can double... Oh, the timer has elapsed to where they can switch out. And they are able to switch out into the Icy Wind. Our only hope here is to try to get to 2 moves, and unfortunately that does not happen. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.